Hello, and welcome back to Brock's Basement. This is going to be my pull list for my comic book pull list for the week of May 22nd, 2024. Let's dive right in. First, we have the DC Black Label the Batman First Night, book 3. I haven't read issue 2, but issue 1 was fantastic. Dan Jurgens just knocked it out of the park. Mike Perkins' art is amazing. It sold out at most places. We sold out of it at Comic Conspiracy. So if you have not yet checked it out, I do recommend trying to find a copy. If not, the collected edition will be out at some point soon. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. Next up, we have Batman Superman World's Finest, number 27. I'm almost caught up. I have the annual and a couple issues to read, plus, I think I'm on 24. I'm not sure. World's Finest is fantastic. It's really, really awesome. Mark Waid does a fantastic job with it. Dan Mora's art is amazing, and if you're not checking out Batman Superman World's Finest, you need to. The whole series is just good, solid comic book. Next up, we have Catwoman at number 65. Right? Yeah, 65. I'm not caught up. I'm getting there. I'm in the 40s. In the 40s. Next up is Cobra Commander number 5 by Joshua Williamson. I did get caught up on Cobra Commander, so I'm hopefully going to be able to stay caught up, especially with the Energon Universe stuff. But I sat down the other weekend and got through it. Really solid still. It's great stuff. Next up, we have Dudley Dotson and the Forever Machine number 2. This book is from Scott Snyder and Hamal Eagle. I'm horrible with names. The first issue was good, so I'm going to see how issue 2 is. Hopefully it continues to be a solid book. Next up, I believe, is the last one in the series. That's Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong number 7. This brings out Mechagodzilla, apparently. So we'll see what happens. But I enjoyed the first handful of issues I read. I think I stopped at 4. So I'll need to just hunker down and finish up Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. Next up, we have Nightwing number 114. I got caught up to issue 100, so I'm getting there. But yeah, Tom Taylor's Nightwing stuff is fantastic, even though it's a little long-winded. And I feel it's kind of just spinning its wheels. Hopefully it changes a little bit of a direction after issue 100, but we'll see. Next up is one from Ghost Machine. That's Jeff Johns' Ghost Machine, and this is from him and Faybook. And that's the Rook Exodus number 2. Really enjoyed the first issue, so cannot wait to dive into issue 2. Of the Ghost Machine books, Geiger Volume 2 is fantastic. I'm hopeful for Rook Exodus. Rook Exodus number 2. Red Coat number 2. It was a rough read. The dialogue in it is very, very, I would say, of the time, but I've read books where the dialogue of the time still translates a little bit. This dialogue seems very, very forced. So it's out of the ordinary. The concept is there, but the execution of Red Coat was not. I'm not the biggest fan right now. Next up, we have Something is Killing the Children, number 37. I just finished reading issue 36. So I'm staying mostly caught up with this one now, but we'll see what happens in that issue. Next up, we have Superman number 14, House of Brainiac, part 4. I have not started that stuff. I still need to get caught up with both Action and Superman. Next up, we have Titans number 11. Tom Taylor's Titans was good. I got to Beast World and kind of stopped, partially due to the fact that Beast World, the event, was basically kind of like all the DC events where there's a main kind of story going on in something, and then a whole bunch of one-shot things that are really unnecessary and quite boring and honestly pretty bad to read. So I kind of just stopped with Beast Wars. Not that it was bad, the main story, but I was just like, all this stuff, and I don't know. Sometimes it's just keep it simple. Next up, we have Void Rivals number 9. I did get caught up with Void Rivals, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in this issue. But yeah, that and Cobra Commander are definitely on the top of my list. There's a new distillery book from Scott Snyder and Francesco Francavilla, and that is White Boat. So I'm going to check this out, see what it is. The distillery books have been okay for the most part. I'm not super, super impressed with any one of them. I did enjoy aspects of Gone, and Somna was okay, but we'll see. Next up, we have Wonder Woman number 9. I'm actually behind on Wonder Woman and the Tom King book to boot, so I need to hunker down and just, get through them. But again, everything is just, there's so much to consume and so much media that if you cannot tell from all of the stuff around, that's just what's behind me. There's so much more. But yeah, that's it for the pull list. I did grab some variant covers this week. I got the cover B by Pablo Villalobos for Catwoman number 65. So snag that one up. I like that cover. And then I got the 1 in 25 variant by Otto Schmidt for Catwoman number 65. I snagged that as well. Jim Lee, of course, did a cover for Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong number 7, so I snagged that bad boy up. Jenny Friesen always knocks it out of the park with her covers, especially her Something is Killing the Children covers, so I loved that one. For Something is Killing the Children 37. Carla Cohen doesn't really get too many covers, but she did get a cover for Superman number 14, and this is the C cover, so I decided to snag up a copy of that Lois Lane portrait. Stefan Sejic was the B cover for Wonder Woman number 9, so I snagged that boy up. And then Julian Tedesco was doing cover C for Wonder Woman number 9, and I liked that one, so I snagged that one up as well. There were 2 graphic novels I picked up today. One is one that I was super surprised and super disappointed with. Yeah, I gotta bitch about it. So, Fables 16. If you guys don't notice, I have all the Fables books back here behind me. This is 13. I don't need 13. I need 15. So I have all the Fables graphic novels behind me. These hardcovers, these deluxe, these are nice hardcovers. These are nice size hardcovers. This week, 16 came out. Okay, looks good, right? Kind of matches the same tone. Back's kind of the same. I'm going to put them on the shelves, and that looks great so far. And what the, like literally every single one of these graphic novel of these deluxe hardcovers has Vertigo on the bottom of this fucking spine. I know I don't normally swear, but Jesus Christ. I know you're not advertising necessarily the Vertigo logo, but to literally shit the bed at the end with this bullshit. Like, fucking dang, man. Like, who does design work over there? Who the fuck is in charge of that shit? Fable 16 was happy until one little thing fucks it up. Anyway, next up, we have Zatanna The Ripper Volume 3, the DC Webtoons. Weirdly enough, this cover stock feels different than the other one. Let me see. Number 2. Oh, yes, it is different cover stock. Oh, man. DC just shit in the bed here. So this cover stock for the Webtoons book for Volume 2, shiny, glossy, kind of thick, feels like it. It's actually a thick, decent book, and this one is $14.99. This is much smaller, thinner. The cover stock is not shiny. It's not as thick as that one. And it's just, it's not even great. It's $14.99, same fucking price. So I've been cutting back. If for those of you who have watched these videos over the years, I normally get a decent amount of stuff, but over the years I have started to cut back, and I'm really getting disenfranchised with a lot of stuff that's coming from DC, especially with the books, the paper stock being complete and utter trash. Their cover stock is garbage. I'm really curious to see how these comic books actually hold up in 30 years. Because I don't think they will. I think you will see books from the newsprint books survive longer than these books that are coming out now. Most of the ink's going to transfer over to boards like there's no tomorrow. So, yeah, a little irritating. But what can you do? Oh, I know. I'm going to blast on social media. So, way to go, dude. Anyway, that's it for this week's video. I don't think I have anything else. No, not really. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of publishers screwing up your displays on your bookcases with books. And let me know how you feel about crappier materials, yet costing the same amount of money. I mean, I could probably go in and look up how many pages one is versus the other, right? But I'm gonna guess. Put these like this. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. $14.99 for the one, both of them, but one is distinctly more than the other and better quality. And yeah, good fun times. Anyway, you can also listen to me on my Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording an episode this week. The famous Bryce Larson was on to talk X-Men 97, the animated show. So there'll be a link in the description below where you can go check that podcast out. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and for me to sometimes get products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. You can follow me on, or you can also help me out a little more directly by clicking on any of the Amazon links below. Yes, Fables will be featured as well as Zatanna the Ripper for this episode. So, check those out. Or you can head over to Brock's Basement on eBay. That's where I purge out stuff, and sometimes people get deals on the stuff that I no longer want. So, again, description or in the links are in the description below. You can follow me on social media on Bluesky. It's brocksager, as well as on Twitter. I know it's officially x.com, but no, F off with that shit. It's Twitter. So on Twitter, it's at brocksager. You can follow me on Instagram at brocks.basement and on TikTok at brocks, no apostrophe, .basement as well. I might even post a video on there of those finds. So, yeah. I'm tired. I'm going to get this up, and I'm going to hope that. Have a good one. I'll see everyone.